All right, so Nick, let's talk a little bit about our upcoming match. You've got a lefty versus a righty. You've got Rennie Alconga, who built a big 245 game in his last match. You know, Jim Waters kind of squeaked by, and there's only a 2-pin differential in handicap. How do you see this match going down?
Well, I hate to jinx him since I'm 0-1 so far, but I gotta like Rennie.
Even though they're changing pairs.
But again, Jim he's stepping on eggs and he's coming out a winner. He's really nervous. He's made some really critically bad shots, but yet he seems to pull it together, get a break, take advantage of it, get a double, and gets himself back in the match.
Each player is going to get 2 practice balls on each lane as soon as the pair's turned on.
Even though they've been out there practicing, they've been probably off about 20-25 minutes.
Right.
I like where that kid's head's at. I think that he's going to prevail. And again, it's pretty cool that even though, again, with a handicap club, that we get to the title match, and the handicap differential is only 2 pins.
Lefty versus righty in this title match.
Utah versus California.
Utah versus California. Rennie Alconga, 53 years old, of only 4 ABT titles. That doesn't sound right. 10 years bowling ABTs.
You know, you think
pretty
you
talented.
Understand. Well, you got to remember, Joe and I, we literally put on 47, 48 tournaments a year.
Wow.
Times 10 years. If he bowled every one, that's 480 tournaments. So he's won 4 times in 480 tournaments. It sounds like a lot, but it's not, of course. You know that.
Yeah, it's not. You'd think, especially his skill level looks a lot better than just 4 titles.
And I'm sure average-wise he's much higher on a house pattern than obviously is out here. I would be willing to bet you he's probably close to deuce, if not higher than that, on a house shot.
Interesting is about Jimmy Waters. He's 52 years old, from Salt Lake. You mentioned from the Salt Lake Ranch. 6 years bowling ABTs, 0 ABT titles. No experience in the winner's circle. All the nerves are going to be in that corner. However, I don't think either one of these players has ever bowled for $50,000.
No, actually, we did have one national title holder make match play, but lost the first round, and that was Noah Elich. That was a couple of years ago, and actually him and his brother, when we had separate events, a Masters division and a Classic division, actually both won the same weekend.
The difference in handicap is 2 pins for Jim Waters. He gets 2. All right, folks. Looks like one more practice ball each, and we're going to get started this final match here at the 2013 ABT Spring Nationals. Randy Pedersen along with Nick Lasorsa. Try saying that really fast 3 times.
I can't.
I can't either. Now, you know, the thing that I'm going to watch for also is that Rennie's coming off at 23 and 24. He struck it well in that pair. He's moving over to a different pair of lanes now. Jimmy Waters had some, he has some experience on this pair. Remember, he bowled his first game on this pair. He didn't bowl a big game, and there's been another game bowled on it. So a little bit of carry down, a little bit of transition for Jimmy Waters on this pair of lanes. But right now, it's all about the shot that Rennie Alconga has, whether he has one or whether he doesn't have one, because 23 and 24, he matched up beautifully on.
And I watched him throw a shot on 26, was just like that. Absolutely just dead flush.
Well, folks, I don't know if you were able to see that last practice shot that Rennie threw only 25, but it was perfect. So I think I'm with Nick on this one that, you know, if Rennie is able to keep it together emotionally, he's going to be a handful for Jim Waters.
Yeah. And Jim is going to lead the match, and again, we talked about that first. He's going to let him go out and throw a couple shots, and I think he's just going to kind of lay back and just go in attack mode and just take it.
Sorry, Nick. Hey, Joe, they need the arrows. There we go, folks. We've got the arrows. We're turning around now. Here comes the title match here, the 2013 ABT Spring Nationals, sponsored by Storm, the Bowlers Company. Good stuff coming up here. A great point that you made about Jim Waters starting this match. He's going to have to finish It's got to be a real nervous time for him now. All he's trying to do now is keep lunch down.
Really. Close frames, get himself together.
And the bigger hole you dig early, the harder it is. I mean, you got to come out of the gate swinging, making spares, throwing strikes. Give yourself a chance. And that's
carried.
I mean, that's huge. That could have been a big 4.
Sure.
All he has to do now is make the spare go back to the oxygen tank on the on the couch over here, and start breathing and just getting his nerves under control. Here you go.
All right, good shot.
Good stuff. You always wonder what's going through players' minds. Is he thinking about the money? Of course he is. Are these players thinking about the money? Absolutely. But they're going to look back on this game, no matter who wins, and they're going to go, wow, that was like the fastest game I ever bowled in my life. The time flies so fast when you've got so much nerves and emotions involved. This guy here is a beast.
Yep. He's got a great look.
If Rennie just makes reasonable shots, his ball's going to hit the pocket. If he doesn't, what happens then? Does he leave big splits? Does he leave open frames?
We haven't seen the big splits yet.
Not yet. All he has to do is make good shots, and this title could be his. It's the bad shots that are going to matter.
And he got a tremendous break on that.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. That wasn't that bad a shot. He missed by maybe a board or two to the right or inside of his target. Maybe got just a little bit softer with it and goes right through the nose. And the big 4 was standing there for a second. The difference is that he tripped the 4-7 out, and now it's just an easy 6-10 split.
He wasn't all that confident about that.
Careful now. You get that huge break, you don't want to just turn around and give it right back to Jim Waters. Again, the difference in handicap, 2 pins favoring Jim Waters. His recap sheet says Jim, his shirt says Jimmy. I'm going to call him Bob.
That was a bad shot out of the gate, but I thought he was going to get a break and either just leave us one or the other pin, which hell of a lot easier it is to make now.
Bad shot.
5-10.
Bad shot and a bad break.
Yeah.
Great try.
Good effort. Yep.
Remember his Achilles heel, and what we've seen today is that all of his bad shots, the majority of his bad shots are pulls, pull left, and that was a big pull.
And again, it's just a question of not just trusting your body, but your brain wants to help you. Remember that old saying we used to laugh when we said, what do you think you could sell in a pro shop, make a fortune? One of the ones was a brain switch. That's a good shot. Much better shot.
Excuse me.
Pretty good on a mixer, left himself a 7-pin.
Good shot there, and now it's a single pin spare conversion attempt coming up. Already trailing in this match, and he doesn't want to fall farther behind after only 3 frames.
Especially against Rennie. All right, good shot.
Good spare. Rennie Alconga from Beaumont, California. Now, I don't know where Beaumont, California is. I know where Beaumont, Texas is.
Yeah. Well, he's out of the Southern California region, so I would assume, nice shot. I would assume he's south of LA, north of San Diego.
There's something about this guy that just exudes confidence.
I like his gait. I like his arm swing. He's got a good look with the ball. He's relatively accurate. Got a huge break on this lane the last time he was up.
Yes, he did.
Much better shot.
Oh, and there you have it. Gives it a little bit more speed, and that ball just labors a hair down the lane, and he's lucky that the 3-pin isn't standing. Again, we talked about it at the start of this match. You know, it's the bad shots, and who gets away with the bad shots and catches all the breaks, who makes their spares. Rennie's going to hit the pocket. He's going to strike. When he makes a bad shot, what happens? And right now, he is batting 1,000. Trips out the big 4 in the second frame, and then trips out the 2-7 there, only leaving the 7-pin. Another pull, another ball that goes left. And when you're trailing, Jim needs to get some strikes going, to put some pressure on his opponent, make Rennie start thinking about something other than, hey, I'm in the lead, I can cruise.
Shot, right? He's down with the handicap differential. He's down 14 pins, and that's with a spare conversion. So you're right. He's got to get relaxed, and he's got to just let the ball do what it's designed to do. Get the ball, get it out. Actually, you know, his second ball doesn't look as bad as his first. It's like all the pressure.
Because he doesn't try to hook it.
Right.
You know, he's throwing a roto grip ball, so we know he's using the best piece of equipment money can buy next to Storm.
Of course.
You know, it's a high second there. You know, so he's using the right equipment in terms of manufacturers. He just needs to start striking. There's another left shot, and you know this is all coming from him turning the ball early. As soon as his hand rotates around the ball early, the ball goes left.
Yes. And again, maybe his brain trying to help. You know.
I saw Jason Belmonte throw the exact same bowling ball Jimmy's using at last week's Tournament of Champions, and Jason Belmonte finished second. So good enough for Jason Belmonte, good enough for Jimmy Waters. And there you have it. See, there's the difference in his first shot and his second shot. He overturns his first ball, and he does it on the second ball because he's trying to throw it straighter. His hand's in a much better position at the bottom of the swing, and therefore he's able to direct it on line.
The ball looks much better going into.
Absolutely. Rennie's dialed in on the right lane. Excuse me. Unfortunately, he chose to finish the match on the left lane.
But the way this match is going, the match might be over by the time he gets there.
Well, if he strikes here, it's going to be getting awfully close to
27 pins.
So that lady that sings, you know, at the end,
yeah.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. That lady.
No, that was Don Meredith.
Yeah, I know, but he still talked about some lady singing. That looks pretty good there. Was a good shot.
Much better shot.
You can see just how touchy that left lane is, and that's why I think it's something that needs to be discussed, the fact that Rennie Alconga chose to finish the match on this left lane. He hasn't struck on it yet.
Well, maybe it was just the fact that he wanted to be put in a position where he could get out early and force Jimmy to try and catch him. Maybe he felt that by the time he got here, the match was going to be over. Right now, if that was his thinking's working for him.
Rennie Alconga looks real focused. Jimmy Waters right now needs to change that by throwing a double and making Rennie think about something else.
Right. It's one of the better shots he's thrown.
Yeah, he didn't turn it quite. I mean, that had very little rotation, or wrist rotation at the bottom of the swing, and therefore the ball was able to stay on line. But he needs strikes. You know, 9 spare is not going to get it done when you're trailing.
And he's going to be down 18 pins even with a spare conversion. But you're right, he's got to get it together here. Good shot.
Oh, got a ball return. Right now it is an 18-pin match.
Correct.
Jim Waters from Salt Lake City, Utah, has failed to throw a strike here in the title match of the 2013 ABT Spring Nationals, presented by Storm, the Bowlers Company. Randy Pedersen along with Nick LaSorsa calling the action live from Samstown here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Jimmy Waters getting up on the left lane, looking for his first strike.
Well, we're now in the 7th frame. The time is now. Oh. Leaves a 310.
Time's running out on him.
Yep.
The only thing he can hope for now is he's got to convert the baby split, and then he's got to hope that Rennie gives him an opening.
Right.
I'm not sure Rennie's gonna be that accommodating, to be honest with you.
Not at this point.
He likes that right lane.
Absolutely dialed in on that right lane. Even if Rennie doesn't strike on this one, he's now up 35 pins.
Yep, big lead, 35 sticks, and could increase that to 45.
High shot, got away with it. Could have left a 6-8. Instead leaves just an 8-pin.
Let's recheck the math on that. A handicap. Right now, Jim Waters is with his handicap at 109 in the 7th, with a spare here. Rennie's going to be at 140. 31 pin difference. I'm gonna have to have a talk with Rennie about throwing the ball straight at single pin spares. Good shot. Needs it. He needs it. He needs a lot of that right now. If he strikes here on this next ball, Nick, I'm gonna go back to why did Rennie choose to finish on the left lane when the right lane is better for him? He likes the right lane better. He has yet to strike on the left lane. He's bowling a Dutch 200 game, which means you go strike spare throughout the game. He hasn't put two strikes together, but this is the biggest shot of Jimmy Waters' life right here.
That's right. Get right back in the match right now.
Turned it early. Big pull. Oh my! Are you kidding me?
There we go.
If he goes off the sheet, he shoots 197. Right. With his 2 pins, it'll be 199. If Remy goes strike, spare, strike, he shoots 200. Another match coming out of the 10th frame. This is great. And that's right of target. And it held. Oh my. He's got the whole lane on the right lane. He's going to finish on the left lane. He hasn't struck yet on this lane. He has to strike at least one time in this 10th frame to win this on this lane.
Yes, you're right. Either right now or on the fill ball.
Right now would be the best time.
Yes. Right now the match is on.
Either a strike on this ball or spare strike. Rennie Alconga is going to win $50,000.
Gave it room. Nope.
Look at that ball labor on that lane. The location looked really good,
yes,
but the ball just never bit down the lane. Now he's left himself with the 3-5 very choppable
yes,
spare.
Yes, it is.
This is not easy.
But of course, and now we're assuming that Jim Waters is going to strike out to it and make it a match. But of course, if he does chop this, then he doesn't have to.
That needs to hook. That was close. You know, honestly, this match shouldn't have been close. And Rennie's kind of kept him around a bit, right?
Yes.
Even though Rennie doesn't have an open frame, the fact that he hasn't strung 2 strikes together has now given him an opening. If Rennie gets 9 on this ball, we could have a tie.
Yes.
If he strikes, it's over. 50,000 is his. There it is. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. That was pretty good.
Yes, it was.
You remember when we interviewed that guy right there?
Jeffrey Tano.
We interviewed Jeffrey, and what did he tell us? He said, my buddy's going to win this thing, and he did. Hey, go ask him how you're going to do on the tables later. This guy's clairvoyant. Nice showing by Jimmy Waters, finishing up right now and just trying to strike out. If he strikes out, he's going to lose by 1 pin.
Exactly.
Get out. Nice finish by him. And you know what's really nice about it is he put the pressure on Rennie and made him show up in the 10th frame. That's all you ask of yourself as a bowler. Just how close this match was. Even the scores aren't that indicative. Rennie barely makes the 3-5 there in the 10th frame and then comes back and just high flushes the last ball. $50,000 to Rennie Alconga. $25,000 to Jim Waters. That's what the ABT is all about.
Absolutely. Good job. Congratulations. Good job.
Hey, congratulations, Rennie Alconga. Everybody give it up for Rennie, $50,000. Nice job. I got to ask you, in that title match, you know, you bowled a great game over on the left pair. We move over here, and the ball reaction you had on the right lane looked perfect. The left lane looked a little suspect, but you chose to finish on the left lane. Why is that?
Because I don't know the lane condition in this with this lane. But in the lane 23 and 24, I know.
You knew that.
Yeah.
You like the right lane better than the left lane here?
Yeah.
Now, how were you able to get up that last shot? You know that you needed a strike to shut your opponent out, and you threw it perfectly. How were you able to get that done?
I'm just concentrating to release my ball, but I can't.
Well, you look perfect doing it. What are you going to do with all that money?
I'm gonna bring it home and give it to my wife.
That's a good husband. Everybody give it up. Congratulations to Rennie Alconga, your 2013 ABT Spring Nationals champion. Way to go. All right, Randy Pedersen once again with Nick LaSorsa. Nick, it was a great tournament as always. Every ABT event always seems to end up like this. What were your most memorable thoughts of the 2013 Spring Nationals?
Well, I was impressed with the turnout, number one. I thought that everybody from around the country was really looking forward to this event. We had, like I said, 196 semifinalists, 59 match play finals. Those matches, most of them went down to the 10th frame. Every match we saw today seemed to go to the 10th frame. And that's all you can ask for. Even when you're bowling in league, you know, locally or a local division, you want to get to that point. Right. You want to get to the 10th frame with a chance to win.
And you know, none of this would be possible without the great sponsors. Storm, obviously, and then our host center here at Samstown. But the ABT, they go beyond and above what anybody could ask in terms of participating in a tournament.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you. I just think it's fantastic. And not the only thing. I mean, you have people coming out to bowl, but families come out to cheer.
Right.
Friends come out to cheer.
Exactly right.
It's a great atmosphere.
And you know what else makes it really nice?
Money.
Giving somebody $50,000 at the end of it. Well, that's it, everybody. For Nick LaSorsa, I'm Randy Pedersen, saying so long from the ABT 2013 Spring Nationals here at Samstown in Las Vegas. Good night, everybody.